right, it brings me no joy to report to you that our system is broken. Our country is broken. We are just cooked, like astronomically. I just don't even know what to say or do anymore. So it seems like we're living in a stereotypical meme version of Soviet Russia. You know, like in Soviet Russia, the TV watches you, or in Soviet Russia, law breaks you, stuff like that. Now it's like, in America, pedophile, rapist, war criminal puts you in jail. And it's even worse than that because in this case, the the Department of Justice is opening up a criminal investigation into E Jean Carroll. This was the person who sued Trump, which led to Trump being found liable of sexual abuse, sexual assault. Basically rape, okay? And, you know, instead of Trump being criminally charged or anything like that, he's the president, but we're going to try to criminally charge the victim. All right, let's go ahead and get into this. So this is from CNN. Justice Department launches a criminal investigation into Trump accuser E Jean Carroll. The Justice Department has launched a criminal investigation into E Jean Carroll, the former magazine columnist who accused President Trump of sexual assault, according to multiple sources familiar with the matter. Like, what do you mean accused President Donald Trump of sexual assault? This isn't accusing or alleging anymore. This was brought to a court and the jury found Trump guilty when they reviewed all of the evidence. So like this sit here and be like, accused, like what are you doing? You're doing a disservice here. But why am I surprised coming from CNN, which is just slowly becoming another Fox News, just like CBS News. Anyways, the investigation is focused on whether Carroll committed perjury and testimony tied to her 2 civil lawsuits against the president. One alleging he sexually abused Carroll in a New York department store in the mid-1990s, and a second for defaming her when in 2019 he repeatedly denied the assault, said she wasn't his type, and claimed she made it up to boost sales of a book. And also, like, she looks exactly like Trump's type. Like, I'm pretty sure he mistaked her for his, like, first wife or something like that.
I don't even know who the woman, let's see, I don't know who. It's Marla.
You say Marla's in this photo?
That's Marla, yeah. That's my wife.
Which woman are you pointing to? No.
Here.
Carol.
Oh, is that,
the person you just pointed to was E Jean Carroll.
Who is that? Who is it?
Anyways, prosecutors' theory hinges on a 2022 deposition statement by Carroll, 82, that she received no outside funding for her lawsuit, though it was later revealed that billionaire Reid Hoffman had paid some legal fees and expenses. So, like, if you have a problem with that, okay, let's assume the worst. Let's assume that she did lie about that. What does this change? What does this change about the assault that she was victim to? And if you want to say like, oh, that makes her a liar, how can we trust anything she says? How can you trust anything Trump says? Every single day we debunk more than a new lie, dozens of lies that Trump lets out. Trump said she wasn't my type, despite mistaking her for his first wife. And he also said that he never met her. When there's photographic evidence, there's a picture of them together. Like, how do you trust that? How do you square that circle? Anyways, regarding Todd Blanche, the current acting attorney general, Blanche has been recused from this matter because he worked as one of Trump's personal attorneys on the Carroll appeals. Like, that should like just say enough about Blanche. And like, why the heck are you attorney general? I mean, it was the same for Pam Bondi as well. But according to a source familiar with the matter, Blanche has not attended meetings or been involved in discussions about the investigation, and the investigation is being overseen by other officials and the Deputy Attorney General's office. So instead of one Trump loyalist doing it, it's a bunch of other Trump loyalists doing it. Do I believe that Blanche has actually recused himself from this case? Absolutely not. This dude just, was it at the beginning of this year? Maybe it was at the end of last year. He was the one that went down and met face to face and had that like secretive meeting with Ghislaine Maxwell. Like, get out of here. You don't care about like having any like connection to this or not. You don't care about like fairness or like anything like that. Geez, get out of here. In a 2022 videotape deposition, Carroll told then Trump attorney Alina Habba that No one else was paying for her legal fees, but 2 weeks before the trial, Carroll's attorneys informed the judge and Trump's lawyers that they secured funding from Hoffman's nonprofit. So it sounds like in a deposition, she said one thing, but then eventually told the judge, informed Trump's attorneys that actually, like, hey, we have secured some funding from Hoffman's nonprofit. Was that funding secured at the time of that video deposition? I don't know. But regardless, like, once they were the ones that ended up disclosing the information, it wasn't like found out or anything. Like, they told the judge, they told Trump's attorneys. Like, I don't see the big deal here. I think the bigger deal here is that she was sexually assaulted by Donald Trump, and she's under criminal investigation now. Carroll's lawyers said she never met nor had conversations with anyone associated with the nonprofit. Habba said in court at the time that Carroll's team conspired to conceal the truth for nearly 6 months. But, like, they disclosed it. Like, you didn't, like, uncover it. They just told you. The judge permitted Trump's attorneys to question Carroll again in a deposition, which has not been made public. When the trial begins 2 weeks later, Judge Lewis Kaplan said he saw no issue with Carroll's credibility and blocked the lawyers from asking about Hoffman's funding. So what they're trying to do here is they are trying to find any legal out or loophole to stop the other cases that she's brought about against Trump. I believe she has like a defamation case against Trump for several $1 million. Anyways, like, I've been saying this forever, but it's almost like beating a dead horse. But Jesus Christ, man, we are not a country of law and order. We are a joke. We are an embarrassment. We are a disgrace. You have a pedophile war criminal president launching a criminal investigation into one of the victims that he sexually assaulted. In what world does this make sense? Okay. Like, I thought it was bad enough to just have a literal pedophile rapist as president, but it takes it to a whole nother level when, you know, you're criminally going after the person that you assaulted. So Republicans, never again do I want to hear, like, never do I want to hear the words rule of law come from your filthy mouths ever again. Your pedo president has pardoned January 6th insurrectionists and is now trying to pay them. He pardoned numerous fraudsters. He brings nothing but politically motivated lawsuits against his enemies. He's like a 30-time convicted felon. And just imagine, like, I wonder how much taxpayer money that he has just wasted through to the fire with all these lawsuits that are going to go absolutely nowhere. And they know that, like the lawsuits against several states over a single trans person being in a high school sport or something like that, or having an all gender bathroom, lawsuits against colleges and universities for anti-Semitism, aka not cracking down on pro-Palestinian protest or anti-Israel sentiment. And, you know, something DEI. And then, like, that's not even taking into account the lawsuits that are being brought against the Trump administration for the numerous illegal acts that they've committed. So, like, I bet, like, when this is all over and someone tallies up the totals of all these lawsuits, we're going to be talking about billions of dollars that you just took and you lit it on fire. Anyways, that's all I have for this one. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and I will see you in the
If you made it to this point in the video, I just want to give a special thank you. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button down below, and if you really enjoyed it, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button while you're down there. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. I will try to reply to any and all comments that I can. Until next time, watch that video on screen.